Millepede. I don't know if you can hear, but there's a pretty good downpour right now. It's hitting against my metal roof. Since there's nothing underneath the metal, you can hear it pretty good. I just wanted to walk around and check the fastener fixes that I did. The rain just slowed down, but basically this is an area where I haven't done the fix. You can see the water is dripping from right there. Here's another spot. It's not dripping right up. Oh, there's this one drip. I see another one there. I'm just gonna put a bucket there. Might as well put it there so it doesn't damage the wood more than it already has. Here's two spots, and it's coming from up there, and they look like I'm not sure if I've done this part yet. It would be unfortunate if I did and it's still leaking. Okay, so some good news and bad news. All of those parts near the wall, there was a lot of leaks there, and I don't see any right now. However, I do see 4 points of leakage a little bit further away from the wall. Those will be coming from that beam. It's not really a beam. I'll look up what they're called later and call it the proper name after I figure that out. It looks like the fix worked in most cases, but in a few spots it did not work. I'm just gonna get a pencil and mark these spots so that I can take a better look when it stops raining and try to see what may have caused it and come up with some kind of temporary solution. On this side, I think that might be a leak. There's one there, and I think there's one here, but I haven't done any fixes to this side. This one, whoops, sorry to blind you. Okay, so yeah, that's a little damp. So on this side, I've got about 3. It's not too bad. So it stopped raining. Now I'm gonna try to fix the leaks that are in the spots where I put in the new fasteners. I know I talked about replacing those whole boards before, but I didn't mean this year. And there's only a few spots that I need to fix, so I'm gonna be using these dowels. So there's only 3 spots here that I circled. I mean, there are other leaks, but these are the spots that I believe I've already fixed. I'm not sure about this one, but this one for sure, and this one probably. If we follow where that stain is, basically it's going up to that board, and I can see 3 holes there and 1 millipede. Not sure what we're gonna do with the millipede, but just to be safe, we'll put dowels in all three holes. So we'll start from the left and work our way down. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is get rid of our millipede friend there. And the way I'm gonna do that is to use this device. It's a paper towel and a container. I guess it's actually 2 devices, and I'm also using a flashlight. So we'll just, it grabbed onto the paper towel for a second. Oh, it's still on the paper towel, and that kind of scared me. There's our guy on the paper towel. Now we will take it outside for release. Okay, so I realized before I can drill, I gotta unscrew the fastener from the outside. So that's probably gonna take me the rest of the day because it's like almost 6 o'clock. I won't do a video of that because I already got enough shots of me up on the roof, so I don't want to bore you guys. I just need to figure out where the screws are. So I'm just gonna count. So I'm guessing that all of these trusses, you know what, I'm gonna look it up. Okay, so basically these are rafters. Those beams that are going across supporting the rafters, they are called collar beams. Where was I? We're counting the rafters, not trusses. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 trusses. And then, so between the third and the fourth truss is where we want to take the screws out. We want to take it out from not the very top, but the one underneath the top. One less than the top. The top minus 1. I'm actually not sure we can do it like that. All right. It may work the way I was counting, but it may not. So I'm going to try to do it a different way. You know what? I don't think it has to be like super exact. So we'll just measure from here where it's the easiest for me to get a tape measure. We'll just go down to where the first hole is. Okay, so the first screw that I'm gonna need to take out is at about 76 inches. We'll take that one out, and then basically I'm gonna take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. After that, I think I'm just gonna take the first three for now. And you can tell all of them were screwed in at a kind of weird angle because of the hole being too big and the bite of the screw on the wood that I've been talking about. So okay, I realized one other way to verify that I have the right screws is there's these overlapping roofs, because it's not like a one whole big piece of roof. There are many pieces put together. Basically, we have an overlap here, and then we have 2 screws, one on the kind of dimple, and then one on the flat part, and then we took out 3 screws, and then we have 1 more screw. That's also where the overlap is. So I'm hoping that I can see the overlap from the inside. That'll allow me to verify that these are in fact the correct screws that we took out. Okay, so on the inside, this is the board I'm trying to work on. Here's the overlap, and then we have 1 hole there, and I'm guessing there's another hole in this rafter, and then we have another overlap here. I don't see there's 1 screw there. It's a little bit unclear, but what I actually noticed is that I can see daylight where I took out the screw, so that's the easiest way to verify. So I can see daylight on this one. I don't know if you can see through the camera. On this one, I'm not sure I can see the daylight. I'll just drill through it a little bit to see if I can start to see daylight, or I mean, I might touch the screw, but it's not a big deal. I'm not gonna go super aggressive, and if we hear metal to metal, then I'll just stop. I was correct with the 3 screws. You can see daylight. One thing I'm doing is I'm just pushing up against the roof when I drill, so I don't like scratch any metal. I guess another way I can do it is I can slide a small piece of wood behind this. All right, so I decided to put a piece of cardboard behind that board after all, just to be safe. So I'm gonna drill through this one. Yeah, glad I put that cardboard there. I probably would have been more careful if I didn't have it there. Just want to do a test fit. So that'll probably go in if I smash it in, but I don't want to smash it in. So we'll go 1 more bigger. 25/64. Okay, so for the glue, we're using Type On 2 premium wood glue. I use this stuff all over the place when I was doing my van build. Yeah, once I was done with the van build, became a big fan of glues. Alright, so I got my hammer, got my glue, got my dowel. Now, that's not gonna work, so I'm just gonna put the glue on the dowel, put it in the hole, then we'll hammer it in. I'm gonna put the cardboard. It's hard to know like how far I need to hammer it in, but I felt kind of a stop, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Then we'll do the other two. Now it's just the waiting game for the glue to dry, and we're gonna read the instructions to see how long we have to wait. Minimum of 30 minutes. I'm gonna go take a shower. It should have dried by then. It's gonna take more than 30 minutes for me to like clean up and shower and everything. So it's not gonna rain tonight, so I don't have to screw it in anyway. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like kind of dark by the time I get back on the roof, so we're not gonna do it tonight. When the glue dries, after 30 minutes, I come back in, I'll just cut off the dowels so they're flush with the board, and then we'll continue tomorrow.